Hello, I'm Mary Frances Burleson. I'm the president and CEO of the Abby Halliday Companies. The Abby Halliday Companies are pleased to be able to bring you these stories of the Highland Park Independent School District.
Traditions are those things from your past that you need to see continue in your future. And I think that sense of parent and community involvement, ownership of the schools, shared responsibility for the excellence of this school and this community are one of the great qualities of Highland Park ISD.
It was a huge honor to win the blanket award, and I was like, wow. And so I walked up there, and the first thing that went to my head was my grandpa won it in 1951, and it was an honor to get to follow his footsteps and be able to say I won it just like he did.
I still have my blanket, and Andrew and I were going to compare blankets together. It's just very humbling to receive that award.
The clap out, which is on the last day of school where the kindergarten through third graders line the hallways as our fourth graders make one last spin through the higher hallways, and everyone is cheering and clapping as the kids or the fourth graders are exiting higher for the last time as a higher student, and to see just the emotion on the parents' faces.
And then when you go into a kindergarten classroom and the seniors from Highland Park High School who went to that elementary school are there, and they're presenting a t-shirt that has the year that kindergartner will be a senior, their graduation year. And they talk about remembering being, and then sometimes they're saying, I was in the same classroom, and sometimes it's the same teacher that taught them. But that's a very special moment of connection. The traditions of Highland Park are enduring, and they're amazing. Something about high school kids that are willing to put on kilts and learn to play a bagpipe in this modern era just strikes me as a wonderful tradition, because again, they care about their school.
We are there at the convocation at the beginning of the year. We're at every football game, home or away. If we're at home, we have the divine pleasure of leading the team in. It's pure and it's organic. It's not synthesized, it's real and it's loud and it doesn't sound like anything that you normally hear.
Bagpipes are so unique to Highland Park, and we kind of think it causes the other team to get a little antsy, a little anxious about playing us.
I'm a fan of this sense of excellence, whether it's academic or athletic. I think that's real key.
Excellence existed here before me, and excellence will exist after me. I just want the segment of time that I'm responsible for.
The mission is more than academic excellence. And the term I used is, the mission is an unyielding commitment to excellence in everything we do, every day of our lives.
I mean, the quality of the education at the high school is great. That's essentially why anybody lives here, right? That is why people live in Highland Park in University Park, is because of the school system, is because of the education that's offered there.
I think that what makes University Park great is the school system. We've got a good police, we've got good fire, but the reason people clamor to be in University Park is to get into schools.
It's like we have such high expectations, like as a school, of just doing well in everything. We're going for first, and I feel like that's what we do a lot of the times. Since we're setting the bar so high, people are continually reaching higher and pushing the bar higher with it.
We expect our schools to be good, and as a result, we expect our kids to apply themselves, and I think that it's all about expectations. And when you have a community where first graders are wearing, t-shirts of some great university at lunchtime or whatever, they're all in the mindset that we've got to go on, and education is very important.
There are so many of us who stay here after our children graduate or after we have graduated, and because we like the the values that we find here.
I think that's what makes our community special. It's just that we've all known each other for so long, and then of course there's lots of new friends too.
We've got these friends, we know their parents, our kids are friends with their kids, and so it's kind of the sense of community, I think, that makes this whole area special.
You graduate, you go out, you come back because you enjoyed the experience that you want your children to enjoy it, or your grandchildren to enjoy it. And that's what the interest about this is. You're always going to have a growth problem because people want to come back here so their children can have the same experience they had.
Just delighted to have 10 grandchildren, of course, but and of which half of them have graduates or will be graduates of Highland Park High School.
That's right. That's a lot of years of Highland Park education. So when Molly graduates next year, we'll be saying goodbye until the 4th generation.
The Touchstone family's been very fortunate to have 4 generations involved in Highland Park schools, of which the 4th generation are students today. My mother's family, brother and sister, they all graduated from Highland Park in the 20s and 30s. So then our family came along.
Coming up through the district, you see these people that are doing great things that you look up to, and I think you want to. We saw that from our parents, but you also see it from others in the system.
It's not something we're called to do, but something we kind of feel like, okay, well, I got to help out anywhere that I can to help out my kids.
It's a fabulous community, and if there's another place like it in the United States, I have no idea where it is.
My grandfather is Arch McCullough, and he served on the school board from 1950 to 1972 and was president for 20 of those years. And currently, McCullough Intermediate School is named in his honor. Our family is very, very honored to have the McCullough name still there.
My grandfather was John Sherman Bradfield, and everyone called him Sherman. He and my uncle owned the printing department at the Dallas Times-Herald. And he was very instrumental in starting the Highland Park Independent School District.
Robert Heyer was born in Georgia and attended Emory and graduated with degrees in science. If it hadn't been for Robert Stewart Heyer, University Park wouldn't have existed because there wouldn't have been a university here. So I didn't attend Heyer School, but I was there with my mother when it opened in about 1950.
Parents promote parents. Students promote students. Good teaching promotes good teaching. It all intermeshes, and all those things come together to create the magic.
Carved in stone at the entrance to the high school, enter to learn, go forth to serve. And that motto defines Highland Park students.
And obviously, Enter to Learn talks about your responsibility to be serious and to take it as something you really need to focus on and getting a good education.
Our kids learn community service early. They learn the concept of servant leadership, of making a difference in the world. And I think, again, it's one of those, it's a tradition of Highland Park.
To go forth to serve means to be service-oriented, that you give back, because you've been very blessed to have had that education that you received in that building, and now it's time for you to go out and make a difference.
We'll uphold thy greatness, we'll proclaim, we'll honor and we'll cherish thee, dear Highland.